Hello, chat room. How are you today? It's Saturday. We're here a little bit late for our monthly chatting stream, but we're doing it. August has arrived and it's come and gone. Let's chat about it. Suis, hello. Welcome. Welcome everyone. We're gonna be listening to the Katamari Damacy OST because I found an ultra clean version of it and I feel like I'm hearing things in it for the first time. So I'm enjoying it. This is the real song. The real beginning. Do it. Cue the trumpets. Mm-hmm. Cue the doot doot doos. Actually, it's Chew. I looked up the lyrics to this song once. Okay. Let's Oh man, it's a really scuffed stream today, lads. DOS, welcome, welcome. Off rip, is that a new one? Welcome though. Let's switch screens. I was like not sure what screen to switch to. La 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 da da ba da da. Okay. We're here. It's new-ish. Very cool. I like the blue stroke to the text. It's very readable. Welcome to our August review because this isn't even how I mean, you guys probably can't tell. Usually I use this program called Figma as a fancy slideshow. My homework's 1 week late. Don't worry, can, I'm I don't have anything to make up for it. Actually, I do. Also, let me know if sounds need adjusted. I took off. Yeah, I think my mic's. I think I'm peaking more, but I took off. Uh, Basically, I noticed okay. I just turned my mic down. I just noticed that I had something boosting my mic's volume by 5, but then I was manually lowering it by 4. And I was like, well, what's the point in that? There's no point in that. And so I just got rid of it. Uh, all right. But thank you all. Let's chat. The first thing is to talk about what this is, which is our monthly chatting stream where we have an always changing agenda. I usually try to keep some segments the same. I'm realizing, wait a second, this isn't gonna work. This so is not gonna work with them singing like that in the back. Okay, hold on. It's too exciting. How about this? Okay, it might have just gotten a bit sensual, but that's not what my intention was. This is what I've been listening to work lately. These instrumentals, these random city pop instrumentals. Okay, this is our monthly chatting stream. We just talk about random stuff. I like to talk about VTubers and streamers that I've been watching. We used to talk about music. I just realized I don't even have a music section this week, but we are going to be talking about some concerts and whatnot. So I guess that can count for this month. And we have a free talk session, which is what we're about to do next. And we have a bit of an announcement later, and then we'll be playing RimWorld after this. So if none of this is interesting, feel free to just come back for RimWorld. All right, next. The free talk, it's blank. It's blank because I kind of like I'm a bit forcing myself to try ad-libbing it, you know? The announcement, it's okay. It's the good bad announcement. Don't worry. Don't worry. We like I said, I've been watching a lot of Vestia Zeta of Hololive ID, and she does a lot of talk streams, and she never has an agenda, and she even the other day she was like, "Chat, give me a topic." She's like, "If you guys don't give me a topic, I'm gonna talk about Death Note and vampire and monkeys." And I guess that's two topics that she frequently just talks about, like just and yes, we did end up talking about Death Note and monkeys. Okay, the shit was hilarious. She is so funny. She's so funny. I don't really. She's like a mystery to me. You know, I feel like there's some streamers that you watch and you're like, I kind of get them. I get kind of what games they might play. I feel like I understand kind of what I can expect from them. And you might be in the mood to watch that or not. Me watching Zeta right now, I still like, she's a mystery. So it's very, very fun for me. But yeah, so I'm doing my own free talk, but I do have two and a half things to talk about, at least. I have some photos that are not printed. Some of them are just random photos that I found in my phone, but I was really setting out to show you guys pictures of my cat. Wait, what's no? Why are we knowing? They're not printed? Well, you could feel free. You know what? You have my permission to screen cap this stream and print it out. And if I would say do that and it would be really funny, but that would be a lot of ink to print this. So don't do it. I'll pretend that you did and we'll pretend like it was hilarious. All right. I kind of feel bad for showing you guys my weird photography, but I went back and forth. I was like, I should show it because these are like pictures that I took that I thought looked cool, but then like it's embarrassing. But I'm gonna show them anyway. So here they are. Here's one that I took. Let's just look at it for a second. And you might think, what is that? What did you capture in this? And if I had to tell you, I don't know. What are they building? I have no idea. I just I really liked how that beam was just standing there by itself and it had those little rebar things going in the four different directions. And I really liked aligning it through the chain link fence. Now it's not perfectly aligned, because if it was perfectly aligned, it would be boring. But I thought that was kind of neat. Next. This one is probably my favorite one. Was someone in the portable toilet? I hope not. I would have to get their permission, maybe. This I found on the side of the street like a year and a half ago. You might think, what is that? I don't know. I have no idea. I can tell you what is physically there. There's two pieces of wood, a giant two branches, the cut top part of some kind of soda can, multiple plates, a giant spoon, a metal flower, and Scrabble letter pieces. Let me zoom in. You could put that in a modern art museum. I thought it was cool. The letters, the Scrabble letters sprinkled around, beautiful. People would be like, wow. I mean, I will never really be calling myself an artist, but I'm in the artistic sphere of the world of existence, and I would say that something like this is interesting because I stopped to take a picture of it. Well, like, how did this happen? This was just on the sidewalk. This wasn't by a dumpster or near. It's just here. And even how? What is and why is that spoon so big? And it's mysterious mysteries. All right, well, and then the last picture was this. God, I'm so stupid. Was this. Now, I will admit maybe there's something with me and liking to take pictures of trash, but so many questions and so little answers, for sure. Look at this. This is someone's ice cream. their ice cream that, I don't know, that got tipped upside down or something happened to it, right? And it just, it spilled its chocolatey goodness all over the steps. I just saw this on the walk and I like stopped. When I see stuff like this, I get this like instinct. I'm like, take a picture. And I'm like, why? And I'm like, don't ask why, just take a picture. And maybe we'll look at it later and figure out why it was so interesting. This was your ice cream? Well, way to go. You ruined it. You ruined it. And it looks like at least you got to get most of it though. But I think what I kind of like about it is you got these like subtly bulbous like blobby shapes of the concrete steps going in one direction, and then you got the kind of wavy curvy lines of the melted ice cream going in a different direction, like in the other direction. I just kind of think that it's kind of, I thought that maybe was what I thought was cool about it. But honestly, it's just trash on on some stairs. But more insight into my my mind. All right, now cleanse that. Let's cleanse ourselves of all that. Look, it's my cat. My cat. Yeah, woo. This is not the first time my cat's officially been on stream, but this is probably the most official my cat's ever been featured on stream. So fluffy. Oh yeah. She's only a medium hair cat, because cat hair, for people that don't know, is measured in, I guess, three lengths: short, medium, and long. Short hair is like what you're used to seeing most cats have, and medium is what this cat is, and long is like the long wispy hair, which honestly, like my cat's fur is thicker and fluffier than, yeah, like you're saying, it's like medium long. But there is like a wispiness, like a light kind of texture to long-haired cats. But don't worry, not just one picture. She's in her little hammock right now, by the way. That's her with her two little paws in front of her. Boom. Boom. She's been laying on the bed a lot more. She's learning that the bed is very comfortable. She never lays on the bed by herself. I always have to like coax her up onto the bed, and then she'll lay there for hours. That's a cute one. Yes, thanks, thanks. She says thanks. Yep, my bed has these like the comforter, like the sheet or whatever, has these like bumps, these like large like cotton things. So she's kind of she can like rest her head against them pretty easily. There's lots of little quirks with her, which is mainly what I wanted to talk about, such as one, she's seemingly always had a hard time telling when her water bowl has water in it. And I've tried different water bowls. I've tried water fountains, like the ones where it's just constantly having water run and run through it. I've tried really that's it. There's not really that many things to try. But the thing that works, guaranteed, is cats are very picky. Yeah. Uh, the only thing I can get to work is if I dip my finger in the water and then I let her smell my finger and she'll lick my finger. and then I will slowly move my finger into the water. So she's licking my finger the whole time. Then she starts licking the water and my finger. And after a few licks of that, then I can move my finger out of the water. And then she will just keep drinking. Sometimes for like a minute straight. There is like no doubt in my mind that she's definitely thirsty most of those times that I do that. And she's not just drinking to like make me happy or whatever. Because there are times where she won't do it. But then there's other times where I'll do that and it's like you showed a starving, a starving street cat a gourmet meal. She's like, oh my god, oh, drink, 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 drink. And like, what? Just get a drink. Just get a drink out of your bowl. I always have to bring it to her. That's just one of her many quirks. She also, now in this picture, she's laying on top of the sheet. She usually wants me to fold the sheet over on itself. And then she'll lay on that section only. Very weird. If I hang my arms off the edge of my bed, she will instantly run over to me and demand being petted, because back when she was a kitten, she used to always sleep under my bed, and that was kind of how I would let her know I was awake, was I would hang my arm off and I would rub my fingers together. So I've accidentally trained my cat to respond to having my arms dangle off the edge of my bed. Lots of little things. I also have, as a final bonus, a video. There's no sound, but I'll just let it play a few times. There she is. She's sleeping. Look, now you can see the bed sheet that's been folded over, and I even then put the sheet half over. She only likes to be covered up a portion of her body. Okay, you can't. Oh, it stopped. You can't just cover up her whole body with the blanket. She'll get too warm. So see, I only have, like 50% covered. Oh my goodness. But look, she's out, man. She's so out. She's pretty cute. Pretty cute. All right. So the last thing on the free talk was just my tea. I forgot about my tea. Was I've been taking lots of walks lately. I did tweet about it. Sweets already knows, but I took a walk the other day. I was like, I think I'm gonna go and like spend some time with myself and my thoughts. And then I went to go take a walk, and then when I finally got to a place to relax, I realized I didn't have anything to think about. And then I went home. And I felt kind of stupid. I was like, am I not capable of deep thoughts? Ah, look at that. Now see, that is a pretty fluffy cat too, but so that cat's almost like short to medium hair, almost. That's from yesterday. Have you had to clean up any hairballs? I have a horrible hairball story now that you've reminded me. And when it happened, I was like, I wonder if Sweets has had to be on hairball patrol yet. Not yet. You might escape without encountering one. Short-haired cats don't get them as much as my guess. But I woke up. So I woke up at like 2 a.m. the other night. I was like, man, I'm like wide awake. I've been trying to cut back on smoking, even 1%. Even any amount at all is enough to start with. And so I was like, I really don't want to just smoke and then go back to sleep. But if I don't, I'm just gonna be awake from 2 a.m. and my whole day is gonna get messed up. So I went ahead and smoked. Then I woke up at 6 a.m. Just a few hours later. I'm still feeling it. Woke up to my cat hoiking. She's getting ready to have a hairball. I immediately got up, and you know what? You guys don't know what, because I don't think I've ever mentioned it. But I grabbed the puke plate, okay? I have plates around my home in various locations which sole designation is to catch my cat's throw up. And it's pretty gross, but It's way better than cleaning up cat puke, man. And it's not like I use the same plates, okay? I don't wash them off or whatever. It's just a paper plate. Um, Caught it, was like, phew, go to throw it away. She starts hoiking again. Catch more. And I was like, no, what this is I can't even. I'm barely awake right now. And I'm like, I can't imagine having a real child that requires much more attention than this. Jesus. Anyways, puke plates are good. Maybe consider having a plate nearby, sweets. But what you don't want to do is scare the cat and then have them sprint while they puke and it goes everywhere. Because that has happened to my parents once. So, anyways, lots of cat puke talk this stream. I'm sorry. Back to the back to the bitch. You don't have any carpeted, so it's fine. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky. I have a few rugs. You know my cat pukes on the rugs every time. I have 3 rugs. I would say my house is less than 10% carpeted. And yet, you know the cat throws up on the rug every time. The bench story is pretty short, which is really just that I've started walking down these nicer neighborhoods. I actually don't know how nice they are. The homes don't look great. They're very large. They're huge actually, but they're all, I think, like apartments that you rent. So they're not actually like that big. You know what I mean? They're like condos or whatever. But there's like a random bench at the end of this long street that I've been sitting at that just looks at an empty lot and like a gas station. It's been pretty chill. It's been pretty chill. I'm gonna keep going there. I'm gonna keep trying to find new places to walk too. I have a lot more fun walking around without knowing where I'm going. And if I'm gonna be completely honest, at least a portion of my desire to go out walking was fueled purely because I found out Subaru enjoys going out and walking around aimlessly. And I was like, that sounds awful. But then I did it anyway. And it was pretty nice. I get kind of tired after like 30 minutes, but that's because I'm weak. So we'll keep working on it. Okay. I wanted to. Oh gosh, I hope I can do this right. I wanted to. So we're shifting gears into. Oh, wait. I think I messed it up. No, we don't want to talk about last month's streams yet. All right, hold on. I got to make an adjustment. Because now we're going to talk about streamers and VTubers. Which is really just one. Because, again, I'm a little underprepared for this month, even though I feel like I've been saying that for the past 4 months. I'm starting to not have an excuse. Streamers and VTubers. Have you guys... Oh, I wrote it backwards. That bothers me. Have you guys been watching anyone new or even anyone more than you maybe have than in the past? Doesn't have to be brand new, I guess. I already mentioned I've been watching a lot of Zeta. I basically watch Zeta anytime she's on now. And she even had a little collab with Shiori last night, which I got to watch a little bit of. Grace, I laughed so hard when I saw it was like Shiori and Zeta collab. It was like Grayscale X collab, and then in parentheses they wrote Shiori and Zeta. And I wanted to say, you guys had to write that because Grayscale X doesn't mean anything to anyone. It's just so funny. Because I know when they were trying to think of it, they couldn't decide, and they ended up coming up with this thing they thought was really cool. But it's so, it doesn't help at all. It doesn't tell anyone who it is at all, but I guess I like it a lot more though than the typical like Okasuba, you know what I mean? That's just like a label. Grayscale X is like a thing, I guess. Uh, but I wanted to look at, and I guess we'll see how much time it takes. 'Cause I want this one to be a bit of a shorter one. I want to look at the screenshots that I took from the All for One Hololive All for One concert. So that's day one and day two. Maybe we'll just look at day one. I'm not sure, but it was really cool. So for those that don't know, yeah, there's John Cat. Hololive has multiple concerts throughout the year. This is the English branch's third concert. You can see it right there called All for One, which I love this logo and it is killer. It's so killer. At first I was like it's cool, it's nice. Like but when I really looked at it, when you really look at it, man, like I'm an amateur typography lover, but look like how close the F gets to the O, but then it overlaps at the top of it there. Very it's like a delicious treat. And the fact that we have a I think it's a ligature where the N and the E are actually sharing kind of the same portion, the same part of the letter. But you still read it as all for one. And it's like, well, why would they do that? It's just interesting. It's just kind of cool. It's neat how they have the O here. It's like a more perfect circle, and then this one is so much more condensed. I don't know. I'm just a big fan. I was like, this is a professionally done thing here. This is like a breath of fresh air or something. It's great. And yes, we have the traditional cat being posted on the digital message board. But that's actually Bibu's cat, John Cat, whose name I don't know really is John Cat or not, but there he is. Also, I didn't hear her reaction to that. So I'm sure there's a clip somewhere. And there he is again, because I took a picture of him very specifically. uh, so I'm not gonna comment on every single picture because that would take way too long. But I took some pictures of Ina when she was doing her ad, and then we get to the concert proper. Now, what's crazy is I don't know if it's this guy in particular, but some of the Subatomo that were there, specifically sorry, let me go a little bit slower. Some of the Subatomo that were there, I follow on Twitter, and one of them was one of the guys with the orange glow sticks that go crazy. That I don't know how to I forget the word for it. It starts with a W. That go insane the whole time, right? And I was looking for him so bad when during the hot duck song. Everybody's so happy, and then there's the wizard and the child from Gigi's 3D debut. Move this a little bit. I forgot. I don't have the chat visible for this part, but there's another thing later we're gonna look at where I made sure to have the chat visible because it's a crucial part of the experience. So I tried to get pictures of everybody at the beginning, but it's kind of hard because they don't always go in order. Maybe we should. Nah, I was gonna say we should listen to Hololive music while we do this, but I think I'd rather just keep the background music. We want to keep things moving. We have Cece here. When actually, I kind of like that because you have Raura and Liz in the back. Oh, she's so happy. Whoa, wait. I never noticed they have cool high-tech bracelets until just now. That's cool. She's like a Green Lantern. Also, she's so happy. Gigi. Is Gigi the only person that has that type of teeth set up where she has fangs and pointy teeth? Oh, That's a good one. That would have been better if she was looking at us, I guess. But good point. Good like depth. You know, you can see the blurry hand. That's cool. You think so? I guess we can check. Rare. I'm always obsessed with the teeth photo shots because I always just think like, what a rare part of them to photograph, the teeth. I guess it's not so rare though if now that I keep getting keep getting more and more. Like Ina's got the one little fang. Oh my gosh, Raura. She looks like she's like gonna digivolve or something. The background. Gura had pointy teeth. That's true. I guess that's true. But did she have a fang, like the fangs as well? Raura's got some fangs. Crony has Crony has fangs. Crony has fangs and air vents. I kind of wish I had hair vents. Wait, look at look at this. Look at this wonderful advent picture with also Iris in the background and Bay. Happy Bibu. Leg out Bibu. Fuawa Mokoko. Full force energy. I gotta try to keep moving. I actually haven't looked at all of these pictures until now. Usually I am so hyped up on concert energy afterwards that that I go through and post my favorites on Twitter. I think I just did it for Subaru and Shiori this year. That's a great one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna, as I go through, I'm gonna re-screenshot it so that way I have at the end, I'll have a list of all the ones that I thought were really good. I saw someone that was like, they're like, you got to get more creative with your, like your insults. It's like instead of wishing that someone's Oshi graduates, instead wish that they have a collab group song with all of their favorite members, but you can't get a good screenshot of it because the bitrate's too bad. And I was like, God damn, you're evil. That is evil. I was like, no way. All right, but then we have Advent up first. The Shiori shrug. She says, "Huh, pathetic." I have a voice clip in my mind of her saying that that would fit perfectly for that. There's me. Oh wait, you can't see me. Okay, I'm in the chat right now on the screen and I'm saying uh-oh. I'm saying uh-oh. Why did I say uh-oh? It's exciting when Advent arrives. It's like who knows what's gonna happen. I'm behind on songs. I hadn't heard this song until this concert. But this is like one of their newest ones. So it was in a way pretty hype for me because they all kind of have their own individual parts in the song, if I remember right. I thought that was cool. Oh yeah, and then they did this like lineup, which I thought was cool. I almost posted this one because I thought, dang, Shiori looks so cool. And I was like, and look, Bibu's got the pose too. But then I was like, but Narissa, she wasn't ready. She wasn't well, not that she wasn't ready, but it just wasn't the right time. I guess that one would work. I like that one a lot. I remembering this one. I did look through some of Advent's because I was just so excited to see them first. Also, look at all the pin lights. Wait, at the end, you can really see the moment at the end where everyone started like they went from holding them to like cheering. That's in like 2 seconds. It's fun to look through and see all the different colors, right? Feels like feels like Narissa is getting a lot of attention right now. Lots of dark blue in there. I'm happy to see some white in there as well. I guess the purple and the dark blue are a little purple, dark blue, and pink and blue. They're all a bit similar compared to other ones that could other combinations, I suppose. But then we had Ina go next. Honestly, I don't remember the song. That looks cool. That looks like she's commanding a legion. Also, this is when I realized the venue has like 3 or 4 tiers. I was like, oh shit, it is packed. I thought it was just these first two, but then there's 2 other rows of people above them. I thought the stage for Ina's looked really cool. That's a good one. Stop. Wait. I said stop. It's wait. Wait. There's another picture for the Ina cult. These are both really good. I like the glow on her head. I'm trying to be ultra picky. Oh yeah, here's the one that I posted onto Twitter for Advent. Yay! And then, okay, now I have to switch. Man, it's still messed up. Yeah, we'll just go through day ones. Because, let's be honest. For the people for the casual fans, what you're seeing on day one is what you'll see on day two. Why is Gigi's head so big? Hey, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? I never really thought that her head was big. But what I have noticed is, uh, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. It's a little mean, maybe. Wait a second. There's an important thing to discuss on this screen. I have to say it now. Maybe I'll say it later. There's an important thing to discuss, which is the battle between skirts versus pants, which is like an unknown battle maybe to some Hollow fans. But it seems like Justice is a 2-2. Chat, which team are you on? Skirt or pants? I'm on Team Pants. I guess Team Shorts is also in there, but they are more aligned with Team Pants. So if you say you're on Team Shorts, you're still anti-skirt. All right. That's the rules that I just made up. I think the pants are cooler. Why not both? I guess Rower does have both. I don't know how many people know that they get to customize their outfits just like a little bit. Like if they want to have uh like their midriff exposed or not. Not in every outfit, I don't think, but sometimes they get options. Like I know for the Hoshimatic project, um, they got to choose what kind of workout gear they had, which was cool. All right, but then this was Justice's song, epic Liz point. Very cool GG pose, but she looks like she's got something on her lip or something. There's something like, what is that? Don't worry, Gigi, I'll get that. Another GG point. That's a better GG point. CC in the back. Look at CC. CC's like, hey, what are you pointing at? What are you... What's going on? I want to be involved. Rower's like, no. Like, I don't want any part of that. Alright, hold on. I'm saving this one. Saving that one. Lots of GG picks so far. Not sure I was doing that on purpose or not. Sometimes you can tell my preference. Like, I don't know if today's is when Subaru and Shiori sang together, but lots of pictures of Subaru and Shiori. Not so many pictures of the other two people in the song who I can't even remember. I think maybe Ina and someone else. CZ. That just looks like Gigi just standing there. Yay! Wow. Extremely happy Cecilia on the left. Very good picture if it, she wasn't like half cut off. I'm liking this song. It's kind of like a chill groove. Whoa. You can see her armpit joints. I said it. I said it. You were looking at them too, don't lie. That's a good one too. Really, Gigi's mouth reminds me of a vampire. But vampires don't really have pointy teeth like that in the front. we went from this pose to quack quack with 4 totally different people. Well, this was one of my most favorite performances, of course, with Subaru, Bibu, and Fuomoko doing Hot Duck. Hot Duck, which is a really fun song. I'm kind of kicking myself that I still haven't learned the lyrics to it. Like, I still don't know what the song's about at all. But it's very cute and very happy and energetic, very fun. I was rewatching the VOD the other day, actually. I think I remember hearing Bibu say, she was just like, there's a lot of steps with that song, like like a lot of steps. She was kind of like overwhelmed a little. But I do love the main move of the song, which is this. When they're pointing, they're doing a point with each arm in different directions, and it's kind of makes like a duck shape. Like their arm is the duck's head, and their other arm is the duck's body. That's a great one to be. Oh, I wish her hand was all there though. But she's so happy with her hot dog. Actually, I've already looked at all these Subaru pictures. I've already gotten the best ones of those. Also, I was really happy to when I rewatched the VOD, when they come out and they start singing. Subaru starts singing and you hear an audible like roar through the whole place. I was like, yeah. It's nice. Bye, Subaru. And then Cali Bay, which I just noticed they're both wearing red. But maybe slightly different reds. Maybe not. Oh. Oh yeah, this was the Rogue Rat Runaway song. I hadn't heard that. I don't think I'd heard that song until this concert. And then I was like, holy shit. I see why everybody's spamming the words to this song. It's a hype song. Very cool actiony pose of Bay. She looks like she should have a microphone in her hand. What? That's also a pretty cool one. I feel like that could be an ad. You got what's called copy space on the right, guys. You got space for text. You can see it on the right, like logo, Bay, blah 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 blah, merchandise, blah blah blah, order now. I'm in advertising mode. Cool pose, cool peace sign. Also, I don't know. I didn't see anybody ever comment on this, but I really liked that they used the older. I mean, maybe they remade it, but they used the same like loading in animation. So they didn't give Subaru and Toa an all for one logo mark like they have there. They just used the cover logo with their color, which I thought was really cool because it's like it kind of gives people that know a slight hint ahead of time that it's like, oh, it's a guest, it's one of the guests. It's pretty cool. It might maybe it's just easier on their part too, but I liked it. Crony Toa Iris. Cool Iris picture. This is I remember this dance because I thought that what they're doing right there with their arms was cool. They have the one arm in front of them and the other one's behind them like that. I don't know I don't even know how you would describe that pose. It feels like a pose that an awkward superhero might try out on his first try. Oh yeah, Iris kept the whole time she would always kneel and bring her arms out like that when she was telling someone to introduce themselves. She did it multiple times, and maybe I just happened to get pictures of it all. We'll see. Crony, nice wink. Oh yeah, there's their all for one, except it's OFA, so it's a little backwards. And then Cece did her wind up song. It's a nice picture. It was kind of hard to see. Actually, I got a picture of it right here, but it was hard to see in the concert. She actually was spinning. She was winding up her turnkey at the beginning of the song. But I don't think it actually was spinning while she was performing, which I was kind of surprised by. I just assumed that it would. Maybe, oh, well, almost really good. I think if, I still like it though. I like that. Happy CC. Oh my gosh. What the heck? The elegance. All right, I took another picture. There's some of those guys. The orange glow stick waving guys. There they are. They're going crazy for CC. Whoops. And then Rauer went next with her Gotcha Adventure song. I finally, oh, rare, extremely rare teeth shot. Also, just a good, kind of a good one anyway. Very happy Raura. Gotcha. Oh yeah, here's this guy saying Gotcha is bad civilization, but not today. You said it, Pingu Knight. You said it, man. Oh, now why are these ones they're messed up again? He said I mean, I'm not, of course, I'm never laughing at someone's grammar. It's more that I perfectly understood his message. And then we got, oh no, I thought this was gonna be some Tam Tinder, but no. Risa and Raura. Oh yeah, and then this person was like, can't wait for Holo GTA. I was like, Billy, what are you talking about? This is, I mean, I can't either, but this is not the time. Why would you say that right now? It's so random. But then Narissa went. Oops. I guess I didn't get that much of Narissa's solo song. But then Narissa Risu Liz went. He can't wait. I guess that's true. He really can't wait. That motherfucker can't wait. I started laughing that sentence because I thought, if and when it comes back, we're gonna think about that guy. We're gonna think, oh my god, I should save that screenshot and post it and be like, this person is probably so excited right now. I wonder if they would know. I would bleep out their name, but maybe they would be like, that's me. So we had a lot of good Risu singing. I couldn't help but get excited when I saw Subaru was going to be a guest at All for One, and I was like, wait a second. And there's going to be a Holo ID guest. I mean, Kyla's 3D model is not ready, but I don't know, man. There's a non-zero chance of Kyla, Subaru, and Shiori doing a song together, but it still hasn't happened. Maybe will never happen. Also, these two pictures make it look like Iris is charging up some sort of death beam, and then she's like, ah, Kia! and then it looks like she's breaking it down like an old person. Like she's doing that where you make your arms go over and under each other in a circle in front of you. Oh my gosh. Is that... Wait, what move is that? Is that the Biden blast? Is she doing... Don't Biden blast us, Iris, on stream. Man, chat was getting really pissed off at the cameraman this concert. There was a time though that I too was like furious. The T engine. Oh, that's what it is. That is what it is. Uh, wait, what is that move called? Oh my god, solar flare. I was like, I gotta look it up if I don't remember. Solar flare. I might make a meme. I might add some lighting effects to it. And then Fomoko did Howling. I got a little overly excited and was like, there it is, there's the step. But then they did the real step. They kind of did a double step. And since both of them are doing it, I guess that's a quadruple step. Kiko Ho, is that the real technique's name? Oh yeah, wait, solar flare. Solar flare is when you have your hands above your head. All right, well, maybe I feel like that technique is not as memeable as solar flare, but you never know. You never know. I really liked the moon imagery in the background for this. Mainly because I always think about how Fwawa describes her and Mokoko's birth being as a blessing from the moon and how they were born on 2 different days, and I don't know why that really makes me happy when she says that. There's the step, but you can't see the stepping, but she is currently stepping. That's a pretty good one. Fist pump to Golden Wolf form? Sure. And then Bay GG Ollie. I actually want to go back and watch this one, I think. I want to check out Gigi's moves. And I just noticed we got triple pants going on. Triple pants action. No fluffy skirts around here. I don't remember if I said it earlier. I feel like I like the pants more because you can see what they're doing with their legs more easily. It looks like Gigi's charging up some sort of happiness jump. She's putting her chest out there, going living life with all of her energy. Do I get a cool pose at the end maybe? Wait, there's one. Pretty nice. Another one. Oh, I missed the kick. It's always a shame when you miss the kicks. And then oh yeah, this is when everybody was like, "Oh my god, Gigi back to back. Is she gonna be okay?" I kind of wanted to say, guys, I think she's been practicing to go back to back this whole time. I think she's got it. Don't worry. Put your trust in her skills. Oh my gosh. I don't know what that is on Shiori's face, but it almost looks like she's got two little scratch marks on her face. Who cut Shiori's face? Oh Jesus. Wait, that's probably is that her hair? Actually, wait, it's her hair. Don't look at it. Look at that one instead. As Shiori taunts you into the ocean because she's a siren mermaid. Gigi. Even though we're not supposed to be looking at Gigi right now, and we're supposed to be looking at Ina and Shiori, your eye can't help but be drawn to the massive circular eyeball tail pattern. That's a good one. Imagine if the tail looked at you. Imagine, yeah, what if it like could just kind of freely move the eye around, you know? That would be crazy. I was already thinking it would be cool if they made it at least not clip through the stage. I kind of like it reacts to her legs and stuff. I don't know how they could make it maybe not always clip through the stage, but and I don't know why. Usually that kind of stuff doesn't bother me, but I think maybe it's because it's so big. Look, and then this happened, and this happened. I'm gonna be saying this a lot. Oh look, they're having so much fun. So in these parts of the concert, they they have these like cheering portions. Her tail, something's wrong with her tail. Now it was okay there. Look, it's got like a bit of a bend there, and then it's like straight out. Apparently, I don't know if you guys heard, but they when they started this segment, so they like they were like wait, I'm going the wrong way. CC was like, Gigi, we should come up with a plan for what we're gonna talk about and do. And Gigi's like, okay. CC's like, no, really. Gigi's like, okay. CC's like, no, really, really. And she's like, okay, okay. And then so they talked about doing cartwheels and stuff. And I guess they gave Gigi like they gave her protective like padding or some kind of protective padding so she wouldn't damage the equipment. And then while they were rehearsing, she did something else. She was like when she like crawled on the ground or whatever, or did a bridge, I think. They were like, "Are you gonna do that too?" She's like, "Probably." They gave her more protective padding and whatnot. And they said the whole time they were really scared that she was gonna break something, you know. Not like smash into it, but I think just like cause a confusion from all the stuff that she's doing. So we started out all fours, riding, flip back on the ground, flailing around, some running around. There's at least one or two cartwheels in between what we skipped by just then. Maybe. Or maybe they came later. Crawling on the ground. CC fell on the ground. Nobody helped CC up. More crawling on the ground. Cartwheel. I mean, really, it's... Wait a second. I was about to say, it's amazing that the tail was able to keep up. Where is it? Wait a second. Where is it? Where is her tail right now? It's gone. It's gone! It's either gone or it's like going around and piercing through Cece's body, and maybe you can kind of see it right here. This is what tailless Gigi looks like, okay? It's kind of weird, isn't it? You didn't notice, but like, look, there it is. Here it is. It's working fine. This is a great one. The chat right now on the side, they're all saying, "Wow, whoa, Gigi flip." And then they touched feet. All right. That madness is over. Oh, sorry, Kiara. I guess I only got 2 pictures of you. Then we move on to Liz. Look at that. Some people really like these like double pictures when they're in between scenes. Some people, I think they like to take pictures when this happens. It's a cool effect. But I always think it looks kind of weird. Oh yeah, this is when she was singing Stellar Stellar. I saw a lot of people calling her the Scarlet Comet, which I thought was a cool nickname. I was hoping to maybe see Suisse say something about that. Moon just went live. Uh-oh. He must be having fun. Very cute. Wait a second. Callie. Callie. I wish I had Kyla's voice clip of her saying Kali. Kali. Or no, wait, that was Crony. You can't see Callie's heart that she's making. You ruined it. They look so happy though. Oh, now I'm a little sad. And then there's a group song. Gigi, this is what Gigi as an old woman with no teeth look like, except for her canines. Where's the funny shark girl? She's in different waters now. She's moved on. Whoa. Is that how her eyes are supposed to look? I thought when they look like this they had like stars in them or something, maybe? Something happened to Gigi in this moment. Is this when the sleeper agent kicked in? There was a really cute moment with Shiori and Bibu that I did not get a picture of. I was kind of sad. But I saw someone else take a picture of it at least. Yeah, and also where's the blonde detective girl? Also, where's the green-haired nature girl? Actually, wait. They're technically maybe right there. I guess there's only four green lights. I mean, 4 lights on screen right now, but you never know. What could have came after. Then they had this a bit of a flashback. Also, the brown owl girl. But there she is. I guess, looking at, I don't know when that was, but I mean, clearly Advent is there. It doesn't really look that big of a whole like branch, the Ian branch, Like now they added Justice, but then they had some people leave, so I guess it kind of feels like the same amount of people. I've never really done the math. And then they did the final group song, which they always do. which I do love. I love the choreo in this one because they have like someone singing in the middle, and then they'll do a salute, and then the people to the left and right of them will do these little steps, and then they'll do a salute, and then the people to the left of them do it too. It's like an echo, like a ripple. I really like that. I'm very easy to please, I think, with choreo. Shiori with the nice fall background color looking like an elementary school pre-selected background that you would get for your school pictures. There they are doing the salute. No, I didn't get enough pictures of it. And that's it. And that is it. Also, I took a picture of some of the people at the end. The deadbeats, KFP, the tentacled aristocrats, cronies, the brats, the novel elites. And then, of course, I had to grab a picture of the Subatomo as well. And everyone who supports Hololive, apparently. All right, now that... Cool. That took a little bit of time. But... it's fun, guys. It's a lot of fun. These concerts are great. Now, that one was a paid-for one. But, they have free portions, and later this year during New Year's, they're gonna have another free concert. So I'll show for them more when that time gets closer. Next, okay, hold on. I'm gonna heat up my tea, and then we're gonna watch that Northernlion clip that I told you guys about the other day. That is literally one of the funniest things I've seen in I don't know how long. And we'll see if I still think it's this funny. But I'm just gonna play like 10 minutes of his stream, just uninterrupted, as I got it, what it was like. So you guys get the full experience, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Are you guys ready to watch this Northernlion clip? I don't know how. I mean, I feel like he's pretty popular, but I don't know how popular Northernlion is in the grand scheme of Twitch. I should say, well, popularity and like how much of a presence you have on social media are different things. You can be really popular and not be blasted all over social media all the time, or vice versa. You'd be shared all the time, but you're just a meme and no one even really knows who you are, I guess. So, different ways. All right, perfect song ending timing. Okay. Whoa, that might. She said no? Okay, hold on. So this is Northernlion. He's a pretty cool streaming dude. I don't really know how to give him what intro to give him, other than I guess I don't really know a ton about him. I know that he's an older adult and he has a daughter. He, I believe, is married and his wife also streams. And Usually he streams during the day and she streams in the evening, I think. But in this part, they were playing this climbing game, right? And his daughter is hanging out with him, like just at his desk, I guess. I'm gonna be honest. We haven't gotten to the funny part yet. Okay, this is when I joined the stream. Okay, right around here. Oh, this isn't even it. Don't. This isn't even the funny thing yet. Yeah, from the Finding Nemo musical, by the way. he's he's also the only person that can both pull off young people lingo and sound awkward at it at the same time. Listen to her laugh, man. I guess if you hate children, this will not be fun for you. Someone in chat said giggle maxing. Oh, just wait. Just wait, chat. I'm starting to think maybe I played it too early, but no. We gotta get into the you gotta get the same experience. Here it goes. Oh, maybe not. She's already making fun of him a lot, really. Rewatching this. She just said their cat's laughing at him. Part of me can't believe that a kid would think this game's fun to watch, but also like I could totally see why a kid would think this is fun to watch. It's very easy to understand what's happening. This is still just the warm up, guys. Just wait. Someone said she's so mean. Kid watching someone fall to death laughs. Just wait. Just wait. Thanks. Thanks for talking for me, Northernlion. He's cracking. It's starting to get on his nerves. A little bit, maybe. Like a little bit. She doesn't stop, man. And then chat starts spamming it too. Dude, it was so funny. There's still one part. There's one more thing. The line where he goes, "Hey honey, I have an idea for a stream. Do you want to hear it?" And she stops singing long enough for him to be like, "Okay, so," and then she starts singing louder than she ever has before. That's so funny. Like, and I want to stitch it together when he was like, "You gotta let the audience breathe a little bit." I want to be like, "Look, she nailed it. She knows exactly what she's doing." I can only imagine the horrors on r/DoorDash. I think he. I think there's what he's about to say is soon. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, that whole thing, that whole sequence, I was dying the whole time. I could not breathe as she just mentally obliterates her father live on stream. And then he backs it up by saying he's gonna financially ruin her in the future. It's like, what the? So funny. It's so messed up. Oh my god. And then at the end of this stream, they raided and went over to his wife's channel. And his wife, everybody in the chat was spamming the man in the sewer, and then his wife started listening to it. Oh my god. Oh. Alright, thanks for indulging me on that. At least that was probably a bit more relatable than watching a guy make the metronome thing out of toilets. Whew. Okay. The man in the sewer. The man in the sewer. Dude, my face hurts. Okay. Whew. Next. Last month's streams. Last month's streams were a surprising 52 hours streamed. I can't believe that because I thought it was going to be less than July because I've been a bit busy. But a lot of it was unarchived stuff, which makes me feel a bit guilty. And the other part of it was RimWorld. So we played some RimWorld, some Uma Musume. I did one unarchived peak stream before the Mesa update. I still never did the Mesa, unfortunately. We celebrated CC's 3D debut. That was a bit of a spontaneous stream. It was a lot of fun. We just watched her debut and then one of her VODs. More than July, a lot more than July. I know, it's like, it doesn't feel like that, does it? It's a weird one. It's a weird one, but we did some Pokemon Nuzlocking as well, where we lost Rodney, our Slowpoke, which has significantly impacted my desire to continue the run, but we will eventually. We watched some animal documentaries. That was a lot of fun. That was fun. I want to watch animal documentaries with Hololive members, you know? I did that. I didn't. I didn't. I did it, man. I even rewatched it. I was like, should I have known? Should I have known? But I'm forever scarred by Fire Spin. I will never underestimate Fire Spin again. And we played Mega Bonk yesterday, which was a roguelike demo. 3D, a little bit like Vampire Survivors and Risk of Rain combined. Really cool and very funny. That'll be on YouTube soon, TM. For upcoming streams, so what is next month? We have a few things on the docket. Doesn't mean that this is all that it's going to be. But we have Uma Musume Pretty Derby, which I don't know why I wrote Pretty Derby there. I do like to write the full title, though, because it makes me laugh. But we're only going to be streaming Uma Musume if I make it to the finals. Because I feel like the game's pretty boring unless you actually play the game. So I don't know. I kind of feel bad making people watch me play the number simulator game. Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke is going to continue, but you know, it's kind of on a loose schedule. I kind of want to wrap it up really fast, but every time I think we're almost done, it turns out it's going to be like another 5 parts. So we'll just keep on trucking with that. I mean, you guys can always let me know if you're desperate to see the conclusion of it or not, but I think if my hunch is correct, most people are just cool with whatever. RimWorld Odyssey DLC, that run will be continuing after this. And Digimon Cyber Sleuth will finally be starting, hopefully this week, and if not this week, absolutely this weekend. Where we are going to be playing on the easiest difficulty. Whether that is actually easy or normal, I don't know. And we don't have any other time for any other games, because we should have been playing Digimon this whole time. Oh my god, we don't have any time. Digimon comes out next month. Not just next month, but I'm pretty sure like the 4th. Let me see. Release date? October 3rd. Literally a day sooner than I thought it was. Oh, it comes out on a Friday. That's going to be great for people. Cool. Okay. I had to get a little drink. I guess that means that it's announcement time. Whoops. Because I think my last screen is just the thank you screen. So hold on. You didn't see the thank you screen. You know, I just realized, like, at some point, this kind of a stream that I'm doing, like, like I wouldn't have done this. Like, it would have, I would have wanted all the stuff to work right and blah blah blah, and so I don't know. Part of me feels cool, like that I'm getting more comfortable with the whole thing. It doesn't have to be. People don't expect a perfect production. Okay, you don't. That's not what this is. I'm a one man show. It's like the scuffness is what makes it fun. I mean, I have fun watching other people scuff stuff. Anyways, I don't have a visual for the announcement. I'm realizing that that's probably a mistake. So I guess I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm gonna leave this same music playing because I don't know what music to play, and I hope that it's not weird. Um, so while I talk, feel free to ask any questions or chat or whatever as usual, and I will periodically glance over. I'll be reading a little script. I've started reading the script now. Uh, I most likely won't be bringing this up afterwards, and I promise that it's not that serious, okay? Because I understand I have a habit of writing stuff very seriously. I thought for a bit on how to word this exactly, and I'm still not 100% sure that this is the right way, but I decided to mention it in an archived VOD for two reasons. One is that it's going to affect the channel and be a noticeable change, so it would literally be impossible to keep it a secret. Okay, but that doesn't mean that, uh, or I should say, however, I could have always just lie to you guys and you would never know. You would just never know. But that's really not my style. I really don't do that. So the second thing, and more importantly, is um, I feel comfortable enough to tell you all now, and to tell you all as in the my chat. Um, and if I'm ever fortunate enough to have a larger audience, then I may end up needing to be more secretive about my life, kind of, out of necessity, a bit. I'm rapidly going on and off script, but communication is a two-way street, Chad. I've learned and am learning. So I do want to be honest with all of you guys that are spending any of your time with me, either chatting or lurking, either right now or in the past or in the future, because it's definitely optional and I really appreciate it. So the news is that I was laid off from my advertising job recently, and I've spent the past few weeks wrapping things up with the company and getting my portfolio and my resume built and my website built and learning about 401ks and health insurance and all kinds of really boring, dense stuff that I needed to focus on, and just did not, just really had a hard time prioritizing things over that. Um, so some of you all might remember hearing about multiple layoffs at my job. So it's not like this is very surprising, but it happened sooner than I thought it would. Not that I really had a date in mind on when it would happen, but if you were to ask me 2 weeks ago, like, hey, if you were to get laid off tomorrow, would you be ready? I would say no. And uh, I've learned it took me about it took me a few weeks to get everything ready. But yeah, so it's probably not very surprising to hear if you guys were already aware. And I'm going to spare you guys any more details about it because it's really not that interesting. There's really no need to worry, though, chat. I can't really speak much more about the situation because I am under certain contracts and whatnot. And it's kind of just one of those best just to not even talk about it at all situations instead of trying to very carefully say a very, curated sentence that almost means nothing because it's so cherry picked, if that makes sense. But point is, I'm no longer with that company, and I've been taking some time to think about what I want to do. And so, what does that mean for the channel? Well, naturally, I lost some steam on updating things for the channel because I had to drop all of it and get my real life activities in order. But soon, I'm going to have more time than ever to dedicate myself to working on the channel, which feels very surreal. And it also, of course, means I have more time to stream. For now, I plan on wrapping up my portfolio website this upcoming week, and then I'll be switching gears back to working on the channel. I don't feel satisfied with how things are right now. I've always known that I should be doing more. And so now is the time. It was a bit sudden, but it's time to test myself. I only ask that anybody that's listening now or in the future not watch out of pity. If I'm going to do this, then I want to do it properly, and I want to earn it. I want to hit you guys with the cool idea, the fun, unique, whatever Mashed Potato Flow can offer, and earn it the right way. You watch because you have fun here? I'm glad to hear it, man. I appreciate it, of course. I have no idea how to let you guys know that, but this is off script now. But I I just tell myself kind of just like with Hololive and Subaru and my other idols that I look up to, Kyla and Shiori. It's kind of like, well, I can prove it by working hard. Because in the past, I wasn't always a hard worker. I wasn't ever really like a bad kid or a troublemaker, you know? I always got decent grades, but I was always a floater. Just go with the flow kind of guy. And I look at, yeah, these new role models I have in my life, right? I'm seeing what, you know, determination and a little bit of luck can bring you. And I'm not saying that I'm going to follow their exact path, but right now, like I said, I just don't feel satisfied. If I looked back right now in the future and said, that's what I did, it's not enough. So lastly, the channel is going to remain non-affiliate in my ongoing battle against ads. I wish I could be resolute in that decision, but I really don't know what the future is going to hold. But right now, you don't think I can win that battle? I'm gonna try. I'm worse than you all. You all that simply block the ads and live in peace. I created the ads. I contributed to the darkness And so I must atone for my sins. And also, I think I'll know when it's right. Like, I don't feel like I've earned it. And I think, you know, there's part of it's like, just get over yourself. It's just a status on Twitch. It doesn't even mean any much at all, you know, that kind of like that. I get that aspect of it too. Don't worry. Don't worry, chat. But yeah, I think I want to celebrate it, okay? I want to be like, yeah, we did it. Look at, we're here and we're ready to go to affiliate. We're going to the next stage. It means people can change the stream quality. I didn't know that you couldn't do that right now, but I guess that's a sacrifice. No stream quality changes, but you don't have to watch an ad every however long. And like I said, I really don't know when that will change in the future, but for now, that's the plan. That's the plan for now. And I would love to have a big celebration where we are consciously saying, let's do it, we're affiliate now, and we have a big party, instead of saying, oh, well, we technically, because I streamed less hours this month, I went over the average viewer count, and I am just skirting by with a 0.1%. You know, no, that doesn't feel good. That feels like a win on a technicality. I don't want that. Because like I said, we're doing it for real, so we can't just be satisfied just with a technicality win. We're going much further than 3.1. So, when it comes to the schedule, it'll definitely be changing over time, but for now it's going to be still mainly on the weekends. I plan on working on the channel during most of the day during the week. I'm going to try to hold myself to a 9 to 5 schedule and just work on whatever I can. And if I'm able to do that, we should be making big progress. However, since we have some catching up to do on Digimon, there may be some daytime Digimon streams during the week. I'm going to try extra hard to catalog our Digimon adventures, since I know people won't always be able to join, and since I know that at least half of it is just going to be us doing JRPG turn-based battles instead of, like, the story. So, I get it, but I want us all to be equipped for when we go into Time Stranger next month. Alright, that's it. I was pretty nervous at first, but now I feel pretty good. I hope that it sounded alright, I guess, to put it simply. I'd never had to make any kind of announcement like that before, and I suddenly, when I was thinking about, do I want to say anything or how do I want to say it, I was like, man, it must be really hard for these bigger streamers to come out with these more intense announcements than what I just did. It must be very difficult. But then I think they've also had a lot more, they're also a lot higher level than I am, so maybe they're used to it a bit more. I don't envy them, though. Don't envy them. So, thank you all for listening to my announcement. Sorry that it wasn't very exciting. But there is a bit of a silver lining. More streams. And with that, now we go to the thank you screen. Thank you for joining me during our monthly chatting stream, and it ended up being 2 hours long. God damn it. Damn it, man. I'm so bad at this, but we probably could have done without the picture viewing portion, but we haven't done that in a little bit, so why not? Follow me on Twitter for going live tweets that I don't tweet. They don't get tweeted. All right, don't watch me. Don't follow me for going live tweets. Actually, the clip took a while. That's true too. That's true too. But you know what? I felt it was important that you get the man in the sewers. God, I hope I play a game about a man in the sewers soon. Twitch has all of our recent VODs, guys, as you probably are aware if you're on Twitch right now, and YouTube has even older ones where we have tons of stuff. I actually got a really good idea from watching Northerlion's wife's stream where she had a slideshow of thumbnails from games that she's played, and I was like, that's a good idea, because that shows people games that you've played in the past. It's good to reuse assets, you know what I mean? Like, instead of spending time making a YouTube thumbnail that you only use once, you can also put it on your stream and then be like, people are like, oh, wait, Mashed Potato played RimWorld? I love RimWorld, you know? So, something like that. I don't have custom thumbnails, so I can't do that, but maybe one day. My very first few YouTube videos had custom thumbnails. Then I realized this is not worth it. Coming up next is RimWorld, but I don't have a screen for that. RimWorld, I think. What do you guys think? Any preference? So many Silk Songers. I do want to play Silk Song, but only to try to get past the parts that are making people mad. I don't know why I feel like I could do them any better than they could. I can't, because I don't even have Hollow Knight training, but I want to try. But I think I'm going to stick to RimWorld. Gigi spent 5 hours in a boss? How much of that was her genuinely trying her very hardest, I wonder? Or how much of that was autopilot? It is a deceptive game, isn't it? It seems like quite a simple game, right? Move left, right, up, down. You know, you can jump, you can swing your weapon. That's kind of it. Cast a spell, heal. It's not like there's like combos you have to learn or anything, or, you know, but it's an intense game. All right. All right. I am going to end the stream, take a quick break, and then we'll be back in like 5 to 15 minutes. That's a weird time. Be back in like a little bit for some RimWorld. I don't know how long we'll go for, but we'll just play. Because I've totally forgotten everything that we were doing. All I remember is that we're on an asteroid and Olaf is my favorite colonist. All right, chat. Thanks for being here again. I'll see you later. I'll see you in like a little bit. Alrighty. From hated to loved, it's true RimWorld moment. Don't worry. He'll go back to being hated too. Probably. Alright, chat. See you in a bit. Thank you. Goodbye.